I don't give a damn. I said what I said, I meant what I meant, and I'ma double up and double down on my podcast, The Stephen A. Smith Show. Look for it on YouTube today.
I didn't stutter. Stephen A. Smith has never been one to hold back his opinions, and now, his latest target is Kobe Bryant's widow, Vanessa Bryant. He's accusing her of draining Kobe's estate and heading toward financial ruin. According to Stephen A., he has the receipts, and the spending is beyond belief. The controversy he calls the family betrayal centers on whether Vanessa has deliberately cut off Kobe's family from his fortune, and whether she herself may be spiraling financially. To understand how we got here, you have to trace the cracks in the empire Kobe built, step by step. It began with a revelation that tore through the Bryant family. Just months after Kobe's tragic death, Vanessa's own mother, Sophia Lane, accused her daughter of kicking her out of her home. In September 2020, Sophia gave a shocking interview in which she claimed she was left homeless by the very daughter whose husband had promised to care for her for life. This wasn't a quiet family dispute. Sophia sued Vanessa, alleging that Kobe had agreed to support her forever. She claimed she had spent nearly 2 decades working as an unpaid personal assistant and nanny to the Bryant family, and she wanted back pay. The demand, $5 million in cash, a new house, and a Mercedes SUV. Vanessa's response was blistering. She publicly accused her own mother of extortion, claiming Sophia had done nothing more than babysit occasionally and was now trying to cash in on tragedy. I have supported her for nearly 20 years. She now wants to backcharge me $96 per hour for supposedly working 12 hours a day for 18 years, Vanessa said in a statement. Then came the line that split public opinion. My husband never promised my mother anything. If it had ended there, it might have been written off as a bitter rift between mother and daughter. But this was only the beginning. At the same time Vanessa was battling her mother in court, Kobe's own mother, Pamela Bryant, stepped forward with her own accusations. Pamela claimed that Vanessa had cut her off entirely after Kobe's death, leaving her without financial support and abandoning the woman who gave birth to Kobe Bryant. Within a single year of Kobe's passing, both Sophia Lane and Pamela Bryant were publicly accusing Vanessa of financial betrayal. The optics were devastating, and the fractures in the Bryant family were now impossible to hide.
Kobe's mother is still walking. She's still with us. Vanessa Bryant, are you going to take care of Kobe's mother?
Media quickly pounced on the story, and social media erupted with heated debates. Even Stephen A. Smith weighed in, openly, questioning why no one in the NBA community was holding Vanessa accountable. According to him, the only person who consistently calls her out is Dr. Umar at one point. Dr. Umar went so far as to claim that Vanessa was neglecting Kobe's parents because of racial prejudice, and that the media was allowing it to happen simply because she is a white woman.
No, I don't hear nobody saying that. Now, you and I both know, if a black woman inherited a white man's estate and he had some old white parents, white folks would be all over the media shaming them. All over the media shaming them. But because Kobe Bryant's parents are black, Vanessa's not black, nobody's coming to his family's defense. I just hope they stand up for Kobe's mom.
But let's pause. This isn't just a matter of in-laws, race, and family disputes. It's about what Kobe himself would have wanted. According to multiple sources close to the family, Kobe had been estranged from his mother, Pamela Bryant, for years before his death. The rift began in 2013, when Pamela tried to auction off his high school jerseys and championship rings without his permission. Kobe responded with a lawsuit, and from that point forward, he cut her off both emotionally and financially. Pamela never apologized, and Kobe never forgave her. After Kobe's death, Pamela turned to Vanessa, demanding financial support. When Vanessa refused, the narrative shifted dramatically. She became the villain in the public eye. The irony is striking. The same woman Kobe had allegedly distanced himself from for betraying him was now casting Vanessa as the betrayer for honoring his final wishes. But one question looms large. If Vanessa inherited an estimated $600 million estate, how is she now facing accusations of being on the brink of bankruptcy? The deeper we dig into Vanessa Bryant's financial world, the more a troubling pattern emerges. This doesn't appear to be a simple case of a grieving widow trying to survive. It suggests someone possibly living beyond her means, entangled in lawsuits, targeted by media scrutiny, and caught in a storm of whispers about a crumbling empire. Even some of Kobe's most loyal fans have begun asking, what is Vanessa really hiding? The most explosive claims began with Vanessa's own mother accusing her of betrayal in court. First came Pamela Bryant, then Sophia Lane. 2 mothers, 2 lawsuits, 2 sets of accusations. And at the center of it all, Vanessa Bryant. Behind the closed doors of the Bryant estate, a silent war is unfolding, a battle over legacy, power, and wealth. And it is playing out slowly, painfully, and in the most public, humiliating way imaginable. Since Kobe's passing, Vanessa hasn't just inherited his fortune, she's controlled it. And with that control have come a series of financial decisions that have sparked deep concern, legal confusion, and whispers about long-term damage to Kobe's legacy. Something Dr. Umar believes is also tied to racial dynamics.
Racism is about the control of resources, opportunities, and privileges. It has nothing to do with calling black people the N-word. It has nothing to do with believing black people are inferior to.
Kobe Bryant's net worth at the time of his death was estimated at $600 million. That included roughly $200 million in NBA earnings and more than $400 million from investments and business interests, like his $6 million investment in Bud, which reportedly returned around $400 million when Coca-Cola acquired the company. He also had major brand partnerships, multiple luxury homes, cars, collectibles, and intellectual property and media assets under Granity Studios. So, what happened to all of it? The first sign of trouble didn't come in the headlines it showed up in the real estate listings. In 2022, Vanessa quietly listed one of Kobe's Newport Beach homes, purchased in 2013, for sale. According to analysts, the home was worth about $2 million more than they paid. Yet she sold it, just as whispers of legal fees and estate restructuring began to circulate. Within the following year, 2 more luxury properties were listed, including a family-owned condo used by relatives and a sprawling retreat outside California. What made this odd was that these were homes Kobe had intended to keep for his daughters as part of his long-term estate plan. Her team stayed silent, but financial experts didn't. Multiple property sales in a short time, especially when there's no consistent income stream, often point to one thing: cash flow problems. An estate planning attorney told Bloomberg off the record that Vanessa's legal battles had drained a shocking amount of Kobe's estate. In just 3 years, she had been involved in multiple lawsuits: a wrongful death suit against the helicopter company, a high-profile case against the LA County Sheriff's Department over leaked crash scene photos, which she won, receiving $16 million but sharing it with co-plaintiffs and covering heavy legal fees. 2 family lawsuits, one from her own mother and another threatened by Kobe's mother, ongoing trust litigation. Even in the cases she won, the cost of fighting them was enormous, between attorney retainers, estate management, asset disputes, and private settlements. Some advisors estimate she's burned through tens of millions of dollars in legal costs alone. Meanwhile, Vanessa has been photographed vacationing in Europe, Turks and Caicos, and Aspen, attending celebrity galas in custom couture, hosting private events with 5-star chefs, and flying exclusively by private jet even for short domestic trips. No one's saying she shouldn't live. Well, she lost her husband and is raising 3 daughters. But the problem is, she doesn't appear to be reinvesting in the Bryant brand. She seems to be depleting it. Take Granity Studios, for example. Before his death, Kobe had turned it into a content powerhouse, publishing books and negotiating with Netflix and Disney for animated adaptations. Now, the studio's Instagram page has been inactive for over 2 years. The website lists no new projects. Former employees say the studio is either on hold or shutting down entirely. The Mamba Sports Foundation, renamed by Vanessa to the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation, has also slowed activity. While she still promotes the charity, tax records reveal a steep year-over-year funding decline. Corporate sponsors have quietly backed away. For Kobe, the estate wasn't just about money, it was about impact, legacy, and continuity. He wanted his daughters to inherit not just his wealth, but his vision. Now, that vision appears to be fading. Several insiders claim Vanessa has been consolidating Kobe's business partnerships into personal trusts she alone controls, removing advisory boards and replacing business managers Kobe had personally chosen. She's reassigning power, not just inheriting it, said one former Granity consultant, calling it a major red flag. Between legal fees, property taxes and maintenance, private travel and security, lifestyle costs, and investments that don't appear to be diversified, experts believe Vanessa could have already spent over $100 million since 2020. One insider warned that without a major reinvestment into Kobe's assets or the launch of sustainable brand partnerships, the estate could run out of liquidity within the decade. For years, Vanessa was untouchable, the grieving widow, who eulogized Kobe with grace and was seen as the face of resilience. But now, public sympathy is wearing thin. The shift started quietly, with whispers on Reddit threads and Instagram comments. But StephenASmith's viral criticism brought it to the mainstream. Fans began questioning her. And YouTube exposed hers, with titles like Vanessa Bryant is not who you think she is, and the silent collapse of Kobe's empire. Began pulling receipts from legal filings and estate documents. Legacy media has also cooled toward her. Outlets that once praised her strength now report more cautiously. Even her celebrity circle seems to have thinned by 2023. Posts with her A-list friends had dwindled. Red carpet appearances were fewer, and public birthday tributes stopped. Even LeBron James, once thought to be close to the Bryants, has remained silent. The backlash has even reached Kobe's most loyal fan base. They've started asking why the Mamba Academy's online presence has all but vanished, why Nike has distanced itself from Kobe merchandise, and why there are no major
a sizable estate, man. A sizable estate. And I don't hear any of these NBA players saying like, listen, we're not trying to get in your business, but Kobe was our brother.